Guys, Ramir here with Card Craze Gaming here Shreveport. We got a top 8 deck profile. What's your name and what'd you play?
My name is Barron and I played Going Second Trickstar.
Alright, let's see the deck.
Cool. I played 3 Candina because Stratos, 2 Lycoris because she's a dead card when you go second, and so you want to minimize the bricks. And 1 Lilybell, who literally was in my hand all day, but you have to play her because she's the best card. 3 Ash because we're going second. 3 Droll, Staple, 3 Gamma and a Driver. I was siding these until I decided to play the Go Second version, and then when I switched to the Go Second version, this card's just way better because you will never have a monster on their first turn. And then I only played 2 Ghost Ogre because she's out of all of these, she's the worst because like if you Ogre the Helix, like if you have Ogre instead of Ash, they'll just add the Sleeper anyway, so it just doesn't do as much. And then Maxi, got a card.
Best one.
Yeah, OP. Oh, and then 1 Gofu because 1 card plays it pretty good, hence my my deck. And then 3 Eater, which was surprisingly more effective than I thought it would be. Like, I know it's a good card, I just it makes your opponent's entire turn different than what it would have been if you don't play this card.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I played it, and I'm glad I took my friend's advice. Spells, I played 3 Terraforming because we played 6 Light Stage. This card's a card anyway. 2 Desires, so I don't want to draw one off the other. 2 Scapegoat, I side the third for when I go first in game 3 because it's a dead card when you go second because you can't resolve it until your opponent's next turn.
Yeah.
And then 2 Cyclone for Pendulum for the trap card because that card's annoying. And then 1 Raigeki because we go second. And then for traps, I played 3 evenly matched because every dice roll, I won like 5 or 6 dice rolls out of 8 today and chose to go second every time. I resolved this card 8 times in this tournament and only lost 1 game that I did because it was only for 1 card. And then I played only 2 Reincarnation. I sided the third one because it's just a dead card when you're going second. You want to optimize your chances of opening interruption against your opponent. So if you're playing more than two of this, honestly you could play 1, but Desires is like important, so you need to play a second one in case you get it.
Yep, makes sense.
Then extra deck, we got the tokens for the goats. We got 1 Fairy Dragon for the Gofu play. 1 Omega, you can make it with Gofu, or you can make it if you resolve Gamma on your turn. Then 1 Break Sword for the rank 3. Baguska for the Gofu Fairy Dragon play. Then the link 4s, we have Firewall for the Firewall loop. Borreload, this guy's the extra deck MVP of the weekend. Like, you just make him, and every deck struggles to out it except for the Pendulum deck. Because everything requires monster effects to get around you. Plus, I can make Ningirsu, which is another, like, the second best card in the extra deck, because he doesn't target, which is very nice against Fire Resort. I play 1 Ib so I can draw a card off my Scapegoat. I play 1 Holly Angel. She actually overperformed this weekend, especially in a match against a Pendulum player. He made Baguska, that was his only play, and I went first in game 3. He made Baguska. I made this, and then banished a Reincarnation, and summoned the Lycoris that I used to make this 22 to hit over the Baguska. And so he didn't have enough cards, so he lost after that. And then 1 Radiant, didn't make it. 2 Proxy for to make your tokens from Gofu and Scapegoat into effect monsters well, you make him into a link for Ningirsu and then an effect monster for Borreload. And then 3 Link Spiders because I play a bunch of token cards. Yep. Need effect monsters. That's the extra deck. Side deck, I played 3 Barrier and 3 Anti-Spell for when I go first in game 3 against the Pendulum deck, because that deck is impossible to beat if you don't resolve evenly match with this deck, because none of your cards do anything to the trap card except for Cyclone.
That's a good card.
If you don't draw Cyclone, and you don't draw these, you lost. So that's that. The 3rd Scapegoat and the 3rd Reincarnation from when I go first. I put this in against a Pendulum deck because they don't kill your spells and traps on their turn. So if they're not killing you, you can just save this for the end phase and just blow them out on your next turn. And this doesn't go in very often unless you're playing against like a deck that's like very search oriented, like the Draco deck that has to have like specific cards to play. So if you play against that, I would put the 3rd one in to like prevent them from comboing. I played 1 Helix and 3 Reapers. These went in 1 time. I drew it. I won the game.
Simple enough.
Yeah, that's that. last card, best card, played 3 Chaos Hunter. This card was specifically for the Trickstar mirror. It ended up being super useful because I played against an Infernoid deck. And then I even decided to get against Spiral, because if you draw it against Spiral, when they resolve the Helix, they summon the Master Plan or whatever, then you summon Chaos Hunter so that they can't sleeper you.
Yeah.
Or like you, whenever they link summon and send the Master Plan to grave, you just summon this and they're like, oh, I probably shouldn't search sleeper anymore because I can't banish any cards. And yeah, that's the deck.
You got any shout outs you want to give?
Shout out to Team Bropire and Yugioh for coming with us and lending me some cards, and then shout out to everyone back home from locals who helped me test the deck, and yeah, that's it.
All right, congrats on the top 8, and thanks for the deck profile.